Hello and good very, very early morning. I've got to go to bed. It's like 1 o'clock. My voice has dropped as a result as well. I just have. They're completed. I've never felt so good about this. And these guys are a strong team. And I like them. I got my light on to kill the shadows from the overhead, but it's going to give contrast here on the floor. I apologize, but we've gone over these guys many times, and I just picked up a deck, an Autobot deck, that had some really strong cards in it. It really did, and some grenade launchers, some bold, the dagger and stuff and whatnot, and in any way, and I was fighting against these two guys, Pithcorn and Twin Core. And while these guys really do work real well together, but they lost. This might be the best combiner, I think. I mean, I may be a little biased here, maybe a little, but he looks good. I wish he had a background, but I'm not worried about it. I've got his information here, and he's just in paper, but he's in here. And to give you a bit of a contrast, his quote-unquote card is bigger than Metroplex. And I mean, look at that. That's just awesome. But if you consider, if these guys really did come together, it's actually what, 3 on top and 2 on the bottom after you unflip them. And that'd be like this if they were a true combiner, and that would be even slightly bigger than this. So with that in mind, I got to play with these guys. I did 2 games against Pithcore and Twin Core, and these guys won both times, and their deck probably was the main thing. It had a really strong deck. They did have a weak deck, and I was just playing to play, for the most part. Now, Strydof. Flipping him really helps to just simply draw 1 and plan 1. He does not even have to attack. Just flip him to bot mode, and that was another thing with this game. I did not have any enigmas for the sake of combining. I'm just like, okay, once I get them all in bot mode, I can combine. That was it. That was my prerequisite for the most part. I mean, I do have some extra enigmas. I might try to do like a little shadow of this and try to kind of cover it up and put it in a sleeve or something. I'm not sure, but wow. And I kept the draw 3, plan 4. I put in parentheses if possible, because sometimes when I played my originals a lot, I would draw 3 to plan 4, and I wouldn't always have 4 cards, but that would empty my hand every time, and it came down to draw 3, plan 3 for the most part. But not tonight, because these guys have just a little bit of draw power, because we didn't have this. Now we did have this for Stardom if he gets killed off in this mode, but they had a really good defense. I don't know what happened here, but I think it was just because these guys' deck they were using was just so bad. Because I was really wanting to try Twin Core's flipping when he flips in battle, And I wrote this badly. If you flip to bot when battling a combiner team not combined, pick an enemy and KO it. I put when fighting a combiner team. I meant when battling a combiner team not combined. So which means you can't just flip and kill somebody off. You have to, be in this mode, get the bold 2, have your attack of 3. You have to have an attack of 7+ to be able to flip to bot mode. We've gone over this before, so it's been a long time. And then if you get to flip to bot mode during your attack, then you can KO a combiner limb. And notice I did not put tapped or untapped. It can be any of them. Really, I shouldn't even just put limb. You can knock out leaders too. Just whoever on top of whoever you just attacked. If you want to finish, KOing whoever you were attacking that you didn't attack, but with a 7+ attack, they're probably dead anyway. So you're basically getting to KO 2 characters at once. That never happened tonight. I need to work on a deck for these guys, but these guys work really well together, especially when you start off in these modes. You flip with him. He gives Twin Core Pierce 2, who already has Pierce 2, which turns into Pierce 4. He already has Bold 2. This is who I was thinking of when I was doing my commentary for that game. His attack is only 3. He has a star count of like 12 with only a 3 attack. And that's his biggest attack. The draw here is their total of 32. Which again is not as much as a combiner that anywhere can be 33, 34, 36, 39 or for like Optimus Maximus or whoever. So, I need to get these guys with a good deck, because I think that's what happened here. And their attacks are not that strong. Pith cores is only 4. Now I did get to do this. I had him in alt mode a time or two just for the tough 3, which helped him out from just getting killed off by the Spedabots of all things. Like I said, their deck was pretty good. It was one of my stronger decks that I've made, and he just looks great in a card. And I've thought about maybe, what was that? I don't know. I might see about taking that one or 2 characters from Threpticon and Metroplex's decks and maybe copying the back part of it that just has the Transformer like a back of a battle card but bigger, and put it on here, and maybe just on 2 blank cards and just put them in here for this other side, just to give it a little more oomph, so it's just not so flimsy. But still, I'm just so proud of this, and I'm not proud of much of things nowadays. But this is really neat, and I actually started watching Cyberverse. Season 1 is absolutely terrible. I did not finish season 1. Season 2 came out. I started watching season 2. Still felt like they were catering to 9-year-olds, maybe not quite 5-year-olds like Armada, Unicron, and Energon was. But I was noticing in Cybertron, and season 3 has been really good. But they've been using the alphabet in that show. So I don't know where this alphabet originated from. I think it may have been the trading card game. I could be wrong about that, but I've been seeing it in Cyberverse left and right. So, and now Beast Wars, those guys came up with their own alphabet, and if you decipher some of the stuff in the show, can be pretty nasty from what I've heard. I haven't done that, but yeah, he's a a character to be reckoned with. Oh gosh, 10 minutes. Let's do one thing. Okay, it is pretty much his original, draw 3, plan 4. I had that originally on my first combiner, on my first Strydor. When combined, an enemy takes 1 damage, your call, and your opponent removes an upgrade, their call. So you could do 1 damage to an enemy, but your opponent has to also scrap an upgrade. Now, and I added something pretty specific here, which came into play in this game almost. Against land vehicles, which means cars, trucks, tanks, motorcycles, he gets +2. Against flying enemies, -1 defense, so he only has 2 defense, but 5 defense against those guys. Against planes, spaceships, I thought there was something else, but that's and helicopters, he would have only 2 defense, so he is weak to aircraft. Now, sorry, my arm. Wait, no, where is he? Here he is. Now, this is the only character that I know of that, and I'm the one that created it, that is both a spaceship and a tank. Now, then I thought about that. Wait a minute. He's a land vehicle and a flying vehicle. So I simply thought, well, I guess that means he has +1 defense, because we'd have to add these two together. So instead of having 3 defense, he has 4. If a twin core, if he's defending against twin core in alt mode. So it makes pretty logical mathematical sense here, since he is both. He has +2 for the tank, but then -1 defense, which means it's +1 defense to your base of 3. So that actually came into play in this game, and I'm like, whoa, looky there. So I've gone way too long with these guys, but I might make a few more little videos about testing and playing these guys. And I'm not just talking about Spedabots. I'm talking about all these characters that I've created. It's been really fun. It's been really interesting. I'm learning a lot of things about what I have done and what, some things I might need to get fixed. I've thought I was fixing Shade. It ended up being Craven that needed to be fixed. And I fixed him. But I need to go to bed. But that's all I have tonight, I swear. And we'll see you next time. Have a blessed night, and thanks for watching.